Islamic resistance fighters in Iraq, reportedly backed by Iran, have once again escalated tensions in the Middle East by launching a significant drone attack on Israeli military targets. The assault, which is being claimed by an Iraqi militia group, targeted key Israeli Defense Forces (IDF) bases both in Israel proper and in the disputed Golan Heights region, areas that have been at the center of geopolitical conflict for decades. According to sources on the ground and video footage released by the resistance group, the attack was carried out using high-tech, precision-guided drones capable of reaching and hitting their intended targets with remarkable accuracy. The video footage, which has been widely circulated, shows the moment the drones strike critical military infrastructure within Israel, particularly the IDF's base in the Golan Heights. The drones, reportedly fitted with advanced explosives, are seen homing in on their targets before detonating upon impact. The video also shows the aftermath of the attack, with smoke rising from several sites, signaling the extent of the damage. In response, the Israeli military has not publicly confirmed the full extent of the damage but has admitted to the heightened security threat posed by these drone attacks. The Golan Heights region has been a particularly sensitive area for both Israel and Syria, and the attack comes amid growing fears that tensions in the region are spiraling into a broader conflict. The Golan Heights was captured by Israel from Syria during the Six-Day War in 1967, and while Israel later annexed the region, Syria continues to claim it as part of its sovereign territory. The IDF has maintained a heavy military presence in the area, which is strategically significant, both as a defense line and as a vantage point over northern Israel and southern Syria. The militia group responsible for this attack, while not officially named, is believed to be one of several Iranian-backed factions operating in Iraq and the wider Middle East. These groups have historically aligned themselves with Hezbollah, Hamas, and other groups opposed to Israel's presence and influence in the region. Iran's support for such groups is a part of its broader strategy to counter Israel and its allies, including the United States and Saudi Arabia, across the Middle East. The use of drones in this attack is particularly significant, marking a shift in tactics. While drone warfare has become increasingly common in conflicts involving advanced militaries, it has also been adopted by resistance groups and militias who lack the resources for conventional warfare. Drones allow these groups to carry out high-precision strikes while minimizing the risk to their personnel and maximizing the element of surprise. It's also worth noting that drone technology has become more accessible, and its use in this conflict underscores the growing complexity of the situation in the Middle East. The escalation of violence through drone attacks is not only a challenge for Israel's military but also poses a strategic dilemma for the United States, which has historically supported Israel and has interests in containing Iranian influence in the region. If these attacks continue, they could provoke further military responses from Israel, potentially drawing in additional actors in the region, including the United States, which could escalate into a larger regional conflict. On the ground in Iraq, these groups continue to carry out operations that challenge both local and foreign forces. In the past, they have been involved in targeting U.S. military personnel and bases in Iraq and have made no secret of their hostility toward Israel, which they view as an occupying force. The situation is further complicated by the ongoing tensions between Israel and Palestinian factions, particularly Hamas, which has also engaged in attacks against Israel. The overlapping layers of conflict in the region create an unpredictable and volatile environment, where any misstep or retaliatory strike could escalate tensions even further. The Israeli government, in response to the latest attack, has vowed to take decisive action against the groups responsible. Israeli officials have warned that any attack on Israeli sovereignty will be met with a strong military response, and they have called for increased military preparedness along the northern borders. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu and other Israeli officials have condemned the attack, stressing that Israel's security is non-negotiable and promising to take necessary measures to prevent further drone strikes. International reactions have varied, with some condemning the violence and others calling for greater diplomatic efforts to de-escalate the situation. The United Nations has expressed concern over the ongoing military confrontations in the region and has urged all parties to refrain from further violence, emphasizing the importance of dialogue and negotiations in resolving the broader Israeli-Palestinian conflict. However, with multiple militias and state actors involved, the path to peace remains elusive. The attack also underscores the growing use of unconventional tactics in modern warfare, as non-state actors increasingly employ advanced technology, including drones, to challenge more powerful adversaries. For Israel, this raises questions about the future of its defense strategies and the need for enhanced anti-drone technologies to protect its borders and infrastructure. For the broader region, the use of such technology signals that the dynamics of warfare are changing, with a growing emphasis on asymmetric tactics that exploit technological advantages rather than traditional military might. As tensions continue to rise, the international community remains on edge, watching closely for signs of a broader military escalation that could destabilize the entire Middle East. The use of drones by Iraqi militias targeting Israel is not just a new chapter in the ongoing Israeli-Palestinian conflict, but also a sign of the changing face of warfare in the 21st century.